Welcome to On The Verge with Cara Bradley, weekly blasts of no-hype advice and essential practices to settle down, show up, and shift from crazy busy to high-definition, high-voltage living. There is a pulse of aliveness, an enthusiasm for life moving through you right now. Can you feel it? Can you feel it moving you, speaking to you, guiding you, pulsing right through your veins? It is this life force that we have that is available to us, that keeps us alive, that is constantly informing us of how we want to create, contribute, and connect in the world. So what happens when we mute, when we suppress, when we repress or deny this energy from flowing through us freely? We mute our enthusiasm for life. I see it happening all the time. I've done it, I do it, and I want to talk to you about it today. This soul force that we are all made of, the trees are made of, the clouds, the grass, everybody you meet has got this soul force moving through them with ideas, with connections, with ways to contribute and create. We all have such amazing, brilliant ways to connect in the world, but we mute ourselves. How do you mute yourself? How do you mute your enthusiasm? Let's talk about it. We can't ignore the energy. We can't ignore the impulse. This impulse, this direction, this guidance, this aha, every day when we feel alive, we've got these messages coming through us, right? Go here, do this, connect there, say that, don't say that, acknowledge here, compliment, let go, unleash, right? So what's going on? Why are we muting our enthusiasm out there? And why do we deny others from just letting themselves rip? So let's talk about this. The energy has to go somewhere, this energy moving through us. And if it doesn't, if we repress it, if we hold back, it's going to come out in other ways. We're going to blame others for what we don't have, or what we didn't do, or what we didn't create. Right? We may blame people that we work for not giving us this or that. We may blame our partners. We may blame society. We also may feel this deep uneasiness, some like pit in our stomach that we're just not living up to our potential, right? We may feel that just emptiness inside, like I really need to do something to change my life, and I just don't know what to do, right? These are all signs that we're muting the enthusiasm, this energy that's coming through us all the time. Take note. We may feel so uncomfortable because we're not just allowing life to flow through us, that we look toward overeating, over exercising, over shopping, over drinking, anything that can help us feel alive, maybe even just for a minute. We mute our experience, guys. So many of us do it out there. I know because I've done it. And I'm so aware of those times when I feel like I'm holding back. There's definitely a visceral experience for me when I feel like I'm holding back, when I'm afraid of what people may say or how they may judge my excitement for life. So, are you holding back? What's happening? Where is the energy moving you? What are you looking to create? How are you looking to connect? How do you want to contribute in the world? When you let it rip, when you let it go, when you just allow that energy, that excitement, that brilliance and intelligence to move your life, you move mountains. I move mountains. We can all move mountains in our lives, create great things that nobody ever needs to see, right? This isn't about making money. It's not about fame. It's about listening to what is arising in you to what you're being called to do, to how you're being called to connect. Don't repress it. Listen carefully. Allow it to flow. This is what it means to be fully alive. So this isn't the power of positive thinking, right? I'm not telling you to just say really good things over and over again and you'll attract stuff. That's great, but that's not what I'm saying. This is about energy, the energy that keeps your heart beating, the energy that keeps your lungs pumping, the energy that keeps your mind bright, that makes you recognize that you're hungry, that you're tired. It's all the same stuff. And it is so natural. It moves through us, but we hold back. What do you want to do? Can you write it down? Can you think about every morning when you wake up, how do I want to contribute today? What is the best use of my time today to help me create or connect with people? Start to get those questions out at the forefront of your mind, and you'll start seeing so many opportunities. You're not going to know what to do with them. In fact, I just got to tell you, I was up so early this morning. Sometimes I wake up and I just have to get out of bed because I've got to write stuff down. I've got to get stuff going. I'm just really excited. I wasn't always like this, right? I used to hold back a lot. And I've just realized and recognized in my own life that I'm just happier when I don't hold back. Even if it fails, like right last week I talked about failing. I fail all the time, but I'm usually just kind of putting it out there just to see who's going to connect with this. Is this going to work? Oh, well, it doesn't. Next, what's coming up for me today? Right? I don't have it down, but I am kind of moving and grooving with it right now. And so I really want to share this with you. Don't mute your enthusiasm for life. Let it emerge. Let it manifest through you. Allow yourself to just lean in and let it rip. I can't tell you what it's going to look like for you because for every single one of us, thank God, for every single one of us, it's going to be different. And that's what makes this world so brilliant and spectacular and so much fun to experience every single day. Do you feel like sometimes your ideas are just unrealistic? Oh, I don't have the right schooling. I don't have the right education. I don't have the right experience. I don't have enough money. I am not this. I don't have that. I'm not enough. Sometimes we hold back our enthusiasm for just leaning into ideas or trying out new things because we just don't think we can do it. Says who? I like to say that to myself a lot. Says who? Especially when I catch myself saying this kind of stuff. I can't, I shouldn't, I don't have enough. Says who? Right? Just ask the question. See what comes up for you. Do you feel like sometimes your ideas are just self-indulgent? I'm just speaking from experience because sometimes I've got these great ideas about what I want to do in a day. And it's like, wow, is that really the best use of my time? I could be, billing this or promoting that. I shouldn't be spending money doing this. So it's just something to look at, right? I'm not saying to go and, do a full spa day every single day of, once a month. I'm just saying, let's look at where the energy is moving and how you're being called to create in this life. Do you feel afraid? Afraid of just putting yourself out there? We talked about it last week in The Art of Failing, right? It's very, very vulnerable and very raw to put yourself out there. Believe me, I stand in front of this mic in my closet, every week, completely raw. I have no idea the next words that are going to come out of my mouth. And I've just learned that if I hold back and if I try to mute my enthusiasm for whatever it is I'm talking about, it's going to come out awkward. It just is. So I just got to let it rip and hopefully it lands somewhere for somebody. And this is what it means to not mute, to not hold back, to not deny that which is coming through you. The life force, the soul force, the prodding, the pulsing, the directing, the guiding, all the time coming through your body, through sensation, through intuition, through moments of what if I did this? So don't hold back. Can we promise each other that we're not going to hold back our enthusiasm for life? Can we also promise each other that we're going to continue to fan the flame of what we're enthusiastic about today? It may change tomorrow. That's okay. Let's practice fanning the flame today. You can do it by just trying something new, by putting yourself out there in a new way, by giving yourself 15 minutes to create something new, to try something new. It can be as easy as that, right? We start small, we stay steady, and we build from there, our practices, our daily practices. And here's the last thing I want to say. When you meet someone who's really enthusiastic about something, embrace them, acknowledge them, encourage them to keep going, to lean in, to take chances. Tell them that you're here. That when someone is out there on the line, putting themselves out there in a vulnerable way, trying something new, creating something different, acknowledge them. It's not only going to encourage you to try it, but it is going to feed their fire as well. I can't tell you how much it encourages me to hear from you all out there that I got this, keep going, lean in. I love what you're doing. I love what you're saying. And that's not to say I need the acknowledgement. It's just that because it takes so much courage to be vulnerable out there, to have those people out there who hear you, to know that there are those that hear you. Oh man, it keeps me going. So keep others going. Let's inspire each other. Let's not mute our enthusiasm. Let's just hold each other up high. Let's be enthusiastic for life. Allow the energy of your aliveness to move through you. Unleash it. Unleash it, let it go, let it ride, and let it rip. I can't wait to hear from you. Thank you for listening. Go make it a fantastic day. If you're feeling fired up from this episode, please share it with a friend and review this podcast on iTunes and Google Play. And help me help more folks show up for their high definition, high voltage life.